BetBlitz.
Hello everyone, this is Mike with BetBlitz. Welcome back to your source for daily sports picks. Another big day yesterday, sweeping all of our plays once again. But today's a new day and we are looking to set you up again with a few of some of the best picks on both PrizePicks as well as Underdog. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, take a moment and hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 200 likes, we will be dropping bonus picks in our next video, so take a moment and hit that like button. And again, let us know down in the comment section below which of these picks you will be taking, as well as the ones you won't, and any other lines that you think have a great chance of hitting. And if the picks in this video weren't enough for you and you'd like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below to gain access to the outlet. These guys are the premier sports betting community, and right now you can gain access to them for 15% off when you use code BLITZ, so go give them a look. And also guys, go ahead and do us a favor by hitting the hype button down below. We really appreciate that as well. Today we will be getting into the NBA's Monday slate of games, so take a moment and hit the like button. Again, if this video gets above 200 likes, we will be dropping bonus picks in our next video. For our first pick, we'll be headed over to the points plus rebounds tab, and this time we'll be selecting Cade Cunningham for more than 31.5 points plus rebounds. Now taking a quick look here on Outlier, and by the way, if you'd like to try Outlier for yourself, click our link in the description below to gain a free 7-day trial. We see that this is a line Cade Cunningham has actually exceeded in only 4 of his last 10 games, so this pick may come as a bit of a surprise to see. However, this line Cade Cunningham has actually exceeded in 60% of his last 20 games. A line that Cade Cunningham exceeded in over 50% of his games played last season, as well as in 2 of his last 3 matchups head-to-head versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. And with Cade not going over this line at any of the games he's played this season, we do feel he is more than due, with the great play that he has had so far, to go over this line. He has been very close over the first 3 games of the season. Now, Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons will be facing off against a Cleveland Cavaliers defense that this season has been pretty average overall when it comes to defending against their opponents' points plus rebounds, giving up a fair share amount of points as well as rebounds to their opponents overall. And when it comes to defending against opponent point guards, while they are ranked very solidly defending opponent rebounds at this position, they still are pretty average overall defending scoring from opponent point guards. So coming into this game, we do like Cade Cunningham to have enough opportunity to reach this line. Here's the Cavs' defensive numbers against opponent shooting guards for those of you who want to see that as well. Taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Cade Cunningham is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games, near 40 minutes per game. And in the first 3 games of this season, going well above that 30-minute mark. And one of the things we do like about Cade Cunningham is his high efficiency from the field over his last 10 games, despite taking nearly 21 attempts, shooting a solid 45% field goal shooting. Additionally, Cade Cunningham is a very solid rebounder over his last 10 games, over 12 rebound chances per game, which we do like to see. So overall, coming into this game, we do like Cade Cunningham to have plenty of time as well as opportunity to reach this line. Now in his career, Cade Cunningham has been a solid scorer as well as a pretty great rebounder for his position. Through 3 games this season, 23 and near 6 rebounds per game, which is right around his numbers on last season, averaging 26 and 6 as well. So coming into this game against a strong Cleveland Cavaliers team, we do like Cade Cunningham to come out aggressive and for him to reach this line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Cade Cunningham for more than 31.5 points plus rebounds. Now for our next play, we'll be headed over to the PRA tab, and this time we'll be selecting Derrick White for less than 29.5 PRA. Taking a quick look here on Outlier, we see that this line Derrick White has actually failed to exceed in 6 of his last 10 games, including in 2 of the 3 games he's played this season. Additionally, this line Derrick White has actually failed to exceed in 60% of his last 20 games, as well as in over 70% of the games he played last season. Head-to-head versus the New Orleans Pelicans, this line Derrick White has actually failed to exceed in his last 2 matchups. Now, Derrick White and the Boston Celtics will be facing off against the New Orleans Pelicans defense that has not been very good overall, giving up a fair share amount of PRA totals to their opponents overall. However, when it comes to defending against the opponent's shooting guard position specifically, they still are not that great overall defensively against opponent PRA totals against this position, but still giving up a lot less points and rebounds to this position. Taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Derrick White is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games. They're 37 minutes per game. However, his minutes have not necessarily translated to an increase in his overall PRA total. And really, this is because Derrick White has not been shooting that efficiently from the field over his last 10 games, under 40% field goal shooting on nearly 15 attempts per game, which is not very nice to see for White. And for a guard, his assists just have not been there, just under 5 potential assists per game over his last 10 games. So overall, coming into this game, we do not like Derrick White to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Now, in his career, Derrick White has been a solid contributor, especially for the Boston Celtics. So far this season, right around his career averages, 18 and about 4-4. However, we still feel the line that he has today is just slightly higher than it should be, and eventually probably will be bumped down later. So if you are already subscribed, this is a great reminder to make sure you are subscribed and have your post notifications turned on so you can see exactly when we post and that you aren't missing out on great value plays like this. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Derrick White for less than 29.5 PRA. Now, for those of you guys who are wisely making picks with Underdog as well, we want to share with you a couple of plays that we thought had a great chance of hitting, and that is Cade Cunningham for lower than 0.5 double-doubles, as well as Evan Mobley for lower than 0.5 double-doubles. And if you guys like making plays on the traditional PRA stats, but also want to have access to making picks on whether or not you believe players will get triple-doubles or double-doubles, click our link in the description below and sign up for Underdog using code BETBLITZ, because when you do, you'll receive a free pick as well as $1,000 in bonus cash. And right now, Underdog is going absolutely insane with all their free picks and extra bonuses they are giving out to new players. In fact, right now they are giving a very nice promotion. They will give you an additional $100 in bonus cash when you play 5. So again, if you aren't already on Underdog, don't leave any money on the table. Click our link in the description below and sign up using code BETBLITZ to claim your free pick and bonus cash, and trust us, your profits will increase. Now for our third play, we'll again be under the PRA tab, but this time we'll be taking Donovan Mitchell for less than 36.5 PRA. Now taking a quick look here on Outlier, this line may come as a bit of a surprise to you, as Donovan Mitchell has actually only failed to exceed it in 4 of his last 10 games, as well as in just 40% of his last 20 games. However, this line last season, Donovan Mitchell failed to exceed in nearly 60% of the games he played, as well as in 2 of his last 3 matchups versus the Detroit Pistons. Now, Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers will be facing off against the Detroit Pistons defense that this season has been very solid overall, especially when it comes to defending against their opponents' PRA totals, not allowing too many points, rebounds, or assists to their opponents overall. And when it comes to defending against opponents' shooting guards, the Detroit Pistons are ranked even better, top 6 defensively in each PRA category. Again, not allowing very many points, rebounds, or assists to the position. So overall, coming into this game, we do not like Donovan Mitchell to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line, especially coming off of a back-to-back. Now taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Donovan Mitchell is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games, just under 33 minutes per game. However, his minutes have not necessarily translated to an increase in his overall PRA total. Not shooting very well behind the arc, just 30% on over 9 attempts per game, and is just solid overall when it comes to his regular field goal shooting at 45% on over 21 attempts per game over his last 10 games. And just watching the Cavs under their new head coach, Kenny Atkinson, over these past seasons, we have really seen a team ball approach from the Cleveland Cavaliers. They are really sharing a lot of offensive positions amongst their stars and not allowing a single player to really dominate and put up huge stat lines. So overall, coming into this game, we do not like Donovan Mitchell to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. In his career, Donovan Mitchell has had some solid PRA totals. He hasn't been that much of a rebounder or a playmaker, especially for his position. And again, just coming into this game off of a back-to-back on the road for the Cleveland Cavaliers, after playing a pretty tight game versus the Milwaukee Bucks, and considering they will be facing off against a very solid defense in the Detroit Pistons, we do not like Donovan Mitchell to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Donovan Mitchell for less than 36.5 PRA. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, take a moment and hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 200 likes, we will be dropping bonus picks in our next video. And again, if the picks in this video weren't enough for you and you'd like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below to gain access to the outlet. These guys are the premier sports betting community, and right now you can gain access to them for 15% off when you use code BLITZ. These guys will get you right, so go give them a look. We thank you for watching, we thank you to all of our channel members, and we'll see you in our next video.